Hi, I'm Mark Donovan from HomeAdditionPlus.com, and today I walked down into my basement and I stumbled upon this. So what you're looking at here is some water that's obviously been leaking in on the basement floor, and there are basically two possibilities where this could have been coming from. One thought was that it was coming in from the foundation due to heavy rain that we've had overnight. However, I've never had an issue with any type of water in the basement for any type of rainstorm. So my second thought was that I had some type of plumbing leak. However, it wasn't too obvious or apparent as there was no water spraying here in the basement. As I investigated the plumbing in my basement, I noticed that up near the edge of the wall, directly underneath my kitchen cabinets, that one of the supply lines looked like it had been leaking, at least slowly at one point. As you can see, there's some moisture on the wood, suggesting I have a leak somewhere, probably up in the kitchen area. So what I discovered when I went up into my kitchen area, that supply line came up directly underneath the kitchen sink. And where it was leaking was right around this nut on this valve assembly that supplied the hot water to the kitchen sink. This is a fairly common type of leak. What happens is people turn on and off this valve to maybe maintain the kitchen sink faucet itself. This nut can slightly come a little bit loose. As you can see around the nut, there are some mineral deposits to suggest that this nut had been leaking at some point, and indeed it was up until a few minutes ago when I lightly tightened up the nut on this to stop the leak. Another reason why these types of leaks can occur is that, particularly in this hot pipe, the continuous heating and cooling of it can cause the nut to slightly loosen over time, and again, water begin to slowly drip from the nut. The way to resolve this type of supply plumbing leak is to simply use a crescent wrench and tighten up on the nut approximately of a quarter of a turn. And that should usually do it. In other areas, you may want to check around the compression nut fitting or the nut that supplies the hose to the kitchen faucet itself. Occasionally they can leak, but most of the time it's the turning on and off of this valve stem that causes to form a little bit of a leak around this particular nut. So that's all it took to fix this plumbing supply leak. If you have other home improvement questions, visit us at HomeAdditionPlus.com today.